Dear friends, I am so delighted to introduce the latest autumn edition of your In Touch magazine. Every page shows your concern about the life-destroying disease of leprosy and how you're helping to bring the world even closer to an historic goal of humankind: no child with leprosy. I hope you are well. Let's rejoice as we finally emerge from 2 years of global pandemic. Our near neighbours in Bougainville are also lifting COVID restrictions, which have made life very hard for the people affected by leprosy you care about. Lockdowns and uncertainties about medication supply have also taken a toll on our tireless village health volunteers, like Dennis. Right at the start of the pandemic, Dennis found 3 beautiful children, with their faces marred by disfiguring white skin patches. Little Winnie, only 6 years old, and her brothers Sam and Manuel, 9 and 11. Their neighbours had said the children's facial deformities could be the results of sorcery. This terrified their mother. She had spent all she had on months of fruitless potions and dressings from a bush doctor. I am so glad Dennis found them in time. His diagnosis, not sorcery, but leprosy. Through numerous visits, this selfless village health volunteer nurtured the children through their year-long medical cure. Between sudden lockdowns, Dennis made sure Winnie, Sam and Manuel had all the medication they needed. Thank you for being an important part of these children's cure. Their mother is so appreciative of your efforts. She told me, "My children are cured. I say thank you to the people of New Zealand. My family's livelihood depends heavily on selling garden produce at the markets. During the lockdown, it was very hard to do. I gave the food to my neighbours. The family income was severely affected. Now my hope is to grow more and raise more money for my children to remain in school." Isn't it wonderful to hear a mother working so hard for her family? On March the 6th, Bougainville finally relaxed its COVID restrictions. Now, village health volunteers like Dennis are completely free to search for children with leprosy. Our near neighbours in the Pacific have some of the world's worst rates of child leprosy, and New Zealand is the only country curing leprosy in Bougainville. In the few remaining places where leprosy exists, children usually only make up 10% of cases. In Bougainville, 1/4 of cases are children. Thank you for helping to find them and cure them. After 2 years of pandemic, now is the time to make up lost ground by finding and curing more leprosy sufferers like the Bougainville children. Dennis is thrilled to have had your support in completely curing little Winnie, Sam and Manuel, despite COVID restrictions. Now he is looking forward to complete freedom and finding and curing even more children like the Bougainville family. There is a time for everything under heaven. This is a time to cure our neighbour's leprosy. For everything, there is a season, a time for every activity under heaven, a time to heal. God bless you. Gillian.